This close after full time, Daniel, does it feel like 2 points dropped, or is that still keeping the unbeaten run going and another point towards promotion?
Yeah, both, especially after such a game when you were so close to win the game, and of course the disappointment is unbelievable, and concede such a sucker punch in the last moment of the game. Of course, at the moment we are really disappointed. Yeah, once the dust has settled, you have to say so, under really difficult and strange circumstances. Also a valuable point, important to stay unbeaten. Also a point, also important to edge 1 point closer. But of course, yeah, in this minute, everyone is disappointed because yeah, we didn't deserve not to win this game. But football, mentioned several times, can be the most unfair sport in the world, and even out of nothing, sometimes you can concede. So in general, I have to praise my lads under these circumstances to show such a performance and such a mentality, and also such an attitude. I think it was a really good first half. We were in lead, could have been up even a bit higher at halftime, and the second half was absolutely dominant. We didn't allow them to have one chance, not even a chance, not even a shot anyhow, and we created so many chances. So my gut feeling was, for such a game under such difficult circumstances, we missed too many chances anyhow, because we had so many situations to score the second goal and to finish the game completely. And that was one reason. And then the second reason, 4 minutes at a time, once Tim Krul put the ball up front, 4 minutes were over and everyone expected the final whistle. Yeah, and in this moment, perhaps we were already a bit too sure. So could have had more pressure on the ball, shouldn't have allowed them to play a long ball, and then also to be a bit sharper in the duel. And in addition to that, and it was of course also an unlucky situation, because their only strike on the goal was not even, if you're honest, even a proper chance. So if the ball comes to the goal, Tim Krul actually can stop it with his squad. But if the ball is then 2 times deflected and goes through the legs of my defender, Andrew Omobamidele today, then yeah, of course, everything can happen. And sometimes football can be the cruelest and most unfair sport in the world. And of course, the lads are disappointed at the moment. But once the dust is settled, again, I just can praise them under the circumstances for also to stay unbeaten, for a valuable point, and also a really good game under the circumstances, and great mentality, great attitude. Yeah, especially my young lads will learn also out of this last 20 seconds, although everyone expected already the final whistle, because even the force said, okay, it's the last situation when you put the ball up front. You have to play till the situation is really completely over and the referee really blows the whistle. Got the feeling even he felt a bit sorry, because he didn't expect that there was anything, and he didn't apologize anyhow, but he was also felt a bit sorry in this moment, because it was hard to explain also why he played longer than this 4 minutes. But again, so it's more like even out of this, so sometimes you can grow as a young player, and we had many young players also today on the pitch, and they will learn out of this. And once this disappointment of this last moment of the game is settled, then we keep going and try to extend also our unbeaten.
Yeah, you said you used the word cruel, and I think it's especially cruel that it went through the legs of Andrew Omobamidele's legs, because he put his body on the line for Norwich today, didn't he? What did you make of his performance all around?
He was fantastic. It was such difficult debut, and he has never played for us in the starting lineup, and then such an important, crucial game where the circumstances are difficult, many players not available, and if I'm honest, we didn't have the chance to prepare for this game, because yesterday at midday I didn't even know who would be able to travel. In the last minutes, then we had to travel without Dimitrios Giannoulis, without Max Aarons, for Oliver Skip. It was not possible anyhow to start. That's 2 players today on the pitch, Kenny McLean and Grant Hanley. We decided this morning anyhow, because they just played 36 hours ago, 90 minutes. Pretty important game for their national country anyhow. We had several players today in our squad on the bench, or also in the starting lineup, with many minutes under the belt during the last weeks, and it's difficult for the lads. 36 hours ago, Grant and Kenny, for example, were there just thinking about how important this game is for their country with the World Cup qualifiers, and they come back to Norwich and tell them, okay, listen, in 12 hours you have the most important game in your life away at Preston. It's difficult for the lads. I have to praise them, and of course then also Andrew Omobamidele, because he played a major role in why we were so rock solid today and didn't allow them to have any chances. Great performance, pretty pleased with him, and he would definitely have deserved to return back to the clean sheet and with the win to the dressing room. Not like that the last ball, unlucky anyhow, goes 2 times deflected through his legs anyhow. So I really feel for him, but nevertheless, it was a good performance of him.
Yeah, Teemu Pukki was certainly very lively. Didn't look like he'd played 2 and a bit games for Finland. He still had plenty in the legs, but maybe not quite his magic touch with the final ball. You know, he had some really good chances today.
Yes, that's right. He's probably the second most disappointed left in my dressing room. I think he was fantastic, looked unbelievably sharp. His movements were great. Also, the ideas how to finish the situation were always great. A little, always right, a little chip anyhow. 1-against-1 situation to put it in the far corner, always the right decision. Yeah, just the details and the execution was not perfect. And for that, there were always 10 inches left. Yeah, like I mentioned. So you think under this circumstances, you need to use this chances to win the game. And of course, to score the second goal would have finished the game completely. And we had several opportunities. But I also got the feeling so then we will bring it over the line with really good and solid, rock solid defending behavior and working really rock solid against the wall. That's what Lads did. And to concede the sucker punches feels tough at the moment.
Thanks, Daniel.
That must be, as you say, a sucker punch. You talked about the lads who were unavailable. What can you tell us about Max Aarons? Is there a little injury there?
Yes, we had to take some late decisions with Dimitris Giannoulis. He played on Wednesday evening, 9:45 local time at Greece. The game was finished pretty close to midnight. He was in the hotel at 2:30. His flight from Greece, he had to catch 2 flights, went at 7 o'clock, so he had to be at the airport at 5 o'clock, and then was on the 8.5-hour travel back to the UK, back to Hanley. Need to have COVID test, and he didn't sleep 1 minute anyhow, and still wanted to travel with us, still wanted to train, but if I'm honest, also have responsibility for the players. He came to Colney playing 90 minutes till midnight, traveling to the UK 8.5 hours without sleeping. He looked like a zombie yesterday, and a bit easier for Max and Oliver Skipp. They both played 90 minutes on Wednesday evening and arrived back at home at 4:30 yesterday morning. So at least they were able to sleep a few hours. That with Oliver Skipp, the reason was he didn't have any problems after the game. So of course he couldn't start today, but at least he was in the squad and was on the pitch for the last 50 minutes. Max Aarons was limping around yesterday afternoon at Colney because he had got a little hit on his ankle and was a big bruise. Was too painful, so no chance anyhow to play with him. No major concerns. I hope it will settle down and he will be available then for Tuesday, but we have to wait a little bit how this ankle situation will develop.
In terms of, you talked about the ref, I mean, it was noticeable at the final whistle there, you went and had a word with him. Was it about the time added on? Was that the tone of the conversation?
Yes, I asked him because he said 4 minutes at a time, and once Tim Krul got the ball in his hand to put it up front, 4 minutes were over, and I asked him why didn't you finish the game, because you said 4 minutes, and he said, how long was it over 4 minutes? Actually, I would expect that the referee knows it anyhow, because he's got to watch and say, in the end, when you put the ball up front, it was 4 minutes. And he said, it was the last situation. So he felt also a bit sorry, but again, so I can't blame him too much. If he decides to play 20 seconds longer, come on, let's deal with it and defend everything. So no complaints about the ref. It's like it is.
And just final one from me. As you say, at the minute, it feels disappointment. I'm sure it feels like 2 points dropped, but do you feel you'll have a difficult job picking them up again for Tuesday?
No, not difficult. Because we knew even before the game, under this circumstances, if you would have asked before the game, 1 point would have been a really good and really solid and valuable result. Of course, after this game, after being that dominant, creating so many chances and being so close to win the game, it feels like a big disappointment, a sucker punch, but nevertheless, still a valuable point. It's 1 point that we edge closer. It's still important that we extend also our unbeaten run, and it's important that we keep going. And we need to add a few more points and next chances on Tuesday, and then let's know that we're in a fantastic position, and let's know that we're on a great unbeaten run, and there's no reason to suffer too long or to be disappointed too long. So today they will be disappointed, and they also need to feel the disappointment. It's also what you learn sometimes most of it. I don't want to take this away, but then from tomorrow on we work pretty concentrated in direction of Tuesday. On Tuesday, we keep going and we'll be there in a good shape and try to grab and grind the next result out.
Thanks, Daniel. That's your time.
Thank you.
Daniel, how is Emmy? He got a bit of treatment on his ankle today over the course of the 85 minutes, whichever.
Yeah, he got already two hits on his ankle. It was pretty swollen already at halftime, and if I'm honest, full of blood. Actually, I wanted to substitute him already at halftime, but he was there and said, "No, listen, boss, leave me on the pitch. I want to help the team." And he was there with such a great performance, especially in the halftime, and even in the second half, he tried to keep going, and then there was another 2 hits on his ankle, and he was not able to walk anymore. I had to substitute him off. If I'm honest, at the moment, I'm a bit more concerned about him in comparison to Max and Dimmy with his availability for Tuesday. Because you can really see the stones on his ankle. But it's football. We have to accept this today. And once the referee is not willing to protect him even a bit more, I had to protect him. I had to take him off. And hopefully he can go again on